Thanos versus Ripa Moramee. Now, here's the thing. This question is a very interesting question that can be answered pretty easily, to be honest. For those who do not know who Ripa Moramee is, he's from the Halo universe. He is also an arbiter for the Covenant, meaning he's at the time the highest ranking of any arbiter. Now this dude is no joke. He's about 8'1" to 8'6", so he will be taller than Thanos if you put Thanos at about 7.5 feet. Even if Thanos is at his tallest, which is about 9 feet, depending on the comics, then this dude is still a towering measure towards Thanos. Now, Ripa also has giant swords or energy swords on both of his hands. He carries two, which is insane. And these swords are about 4 feet and 32 centimeters. Even though an official width for Thanos is never actually mentioned, that's probably more than the width of Thanos, meaning one hit from these swords, he's basically dead. Or very severely hurt, at least. Now let's talk about Thanos. Thanos, for this case, he will have no sword and no stones because it makes it pretty unfair, especially with the sword and the stones because, well, it's the stones, you could just wish them away. I do still think if I gave him the sword, he'd still probably lose just for the mere fact that he's got two energy swords versus Thanos having an actual metal sword. Now, what if these two actually met in an actual real scenario? Now, honestly, let me put it like this. Ripa is definitely winning the majority of these fights for one reason and one reason alone. Is the fact that he's got two giant swords that are strong enough to cut into Thanos with ease, like butter. But I will say Ripa does not scale anywhere near close to Thanos in certain aspects. As an intelligence and probably experience, Thanos has that in the bag because he's a lot older than Ripa. Although I will say Ripa probably has battle experience over Thanos just from the mere fact he's forced to fight every single day of his entire life. And the Arbiters don't have easy feats. They have to kill big things with very little weapons. And he does it. Now, honestly, Thanos is still much stronger than Ripa, but I will say Ripa alone is pretty darn strong. So if these two were actually to meet in an actual fight, I give it more to Ripa in the amount of times he would win in a fight with Thanos, just for the mere fact he's got two giant swords and he's pretty darn smart in a fight. Even though he's not the smartest person, he's still pretty darn smart in a fight. So I give it an 8 to 10 ratio that he'd win a fight with Thanos.